She said, look, don't hurt him. Know what I mean, y'all gonna set him on fire. She said, don't hurt him. He had nothing to do with this. This is all my fault. This is me. She said it was her fault because she let her mom come in and kind of mess with her head. I said, look, man, don't you? I said, so that's how you feel. She was like, look, whatever you gonna do to him, do it to me. So that's when I shot her in the head.
Would you like to apologize?
Nah,
Why?
cause what's done is done. I ain't gonna have no remorse. They ain't gonna have no remorse.
What kind of punishment do you think you should receive?
Well, I want that electric chair because I'm ready to leave on. I'm ready to move on. I ain't. It's it. Know what I mean, it's over with. I love my family. I love my kids. I love my business. You know what I mean? Of course, my girlfriend. Everything is gone. So the electric chair be the best thing for me.
From the outside, this looked like a love story. The kind people want to believe in. The kind built on faith, sacrifice, and the hope that love can fix what is broken. But behind closed doors, this relationship was unraveling into something far darker, something far more dangerous. Before we get into this case, make sure you take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this story so more people can hear it. Your support helps keep these stories alive and helps others recognize the warning signs before it's too late. When you truly love someone, you show up for them. You stand beside them when life is easy and when it's unbearable. You support them when they're winning and when they're struggling. That was the kind of partner Czavi'er Hill believed she was being. Czavi'er Hill was 31 years old and living in Norfolk, Virginia. She was educated, ambitious, and deeply rooted in her faith. From a young age, Czavier excelled academically. She had been identified as gifted in elementary school and continued to thrive through middle school, high school, college, and beyond. Her passion for communication surfaced early, and by high school, she had already become a certified on-air radio announcer. That talent carried her to Norfolk State University, where she earned recognition as a Parsons Scholar, receiving a full 4-year scholarship. While there, she co-hosted an on-campus talk show called Golden Message, where her charisma and confidence stood out. Czavier later earned a master's degree in human services counseling and was actively pursuing a second master's degree in strategic communications at Regent University. She was not only educated, but purposeful. Czavier founded her own company, 114 and Company, where she worked as a branding consultant, digital marketer, life coach, and motivational speaker. Her social media presence reflected who she was at her core. Encouraging messages, faith-based affirmations, words meant to uplift people who were struggling. She often reminded others that each day was a new beginning, urging them to pray, plan, and move forward.
Today is a new day. Don't let the failures, the fears, the doubts of yesterday stop you from being your best self today. God has gifted you with everything that you need to accomplish all the tasks set before you. You got this. Pray, plan, and execute.
Listen, whatever you do this season, don't quit. I know it's getting difficult. I know it's challenging. I know you feel like your back is against the wall. But trust me when I tell you that God sees you, He hears you, He knows you've been faithful. And right when you think you can't go any further, He's gonna show up and blow your mind. Don't quit. Listen, don't be discouraged by the tears you're shedding. I know weeping may endure for a night, but joy is coming in the morning. So those tears you're crying right now are simply watering the harvest that God has for you. So don't grow weary in well-doing, for in due season, you'll reap your harvest if you faint not. The thing that you thought came to destroy you, that thorn in your side, is actually a blessing. Listen, in 2 Corinthians, we see that my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in your weakness. So those areas of struggle, those areas of weakness, don't lose heart. That's where the Holy Spirit can show up and show out.
She had everything going for her. The man she loved did not. Beale IV, age 30, had a criminal history filled with violence and instability. In 2013, he pleaded guilty to robbery, conspiracy, and the use of a firearm during the commission of a felony, landing him in prison for 5 years. In 2017, he was convicted of an offense involving inappropriate conduct with a minor under the age of 13, requiring him to register as a sex offender and sending him back to prison for another year. Even after his release, he continued to get into trouble. In 2019, Beale was convicted of a DUI on Naval Station Norfolk and served additional jail time. Violence wasn't just part of his record. It was part of his family history. In 2014, his father, Beale III, was convicted of killing his wife. Despite all of this, Czavier saw something in him that others didn't. She believed in his potential. She supported him emotionally, spiritually, and financially. On social media, she spoke about him with love and admiration, referring to him as her king and praising his patience and kindness. She believed in him enough to publicly celebrate his milestones, even as he entered his 30s with no stable job, no business launched, and no real plan. But behind the scenes, concerns were growing. Czavier's family began asking questions. Reasonable questions. What does he do for work? How does he plan to provide? What does the future look like? These questions weren't attacks. They were signs of care. But to Beale, they felt like threats. He feared losing control. He feared being exposed. By his own admission, he had been living with Czavier for nearly 15 months, relying on her while claiming he was preparing to launch a business. When her family began encouraging her to move forward in her career, something shifted. Czavier started to see what others had been seeing all along. On March 22nd, 2022, everything came to a violent end. That day, an argument broke out between Czavi'er Hill and Beale IV. The tension had been building for weeks. The argument escalated, and what followed was cruelty beyond comprehension. During the confrontation, Beale grabbed Chavier's dog, Prince, and threatened to torture the animal. He planned to pour bleach on the dog and set him on fire, forcing her to watch. Czavier begged him to stop. She pleaded for her dog's life. And in a moment that defined who she was, she offered herself instead. She told him not to hurt the dog, to take his anger out on her instead. Moments later, Beale shot Czavi'er Hill in the head. Her life ended instantly. 2 days later, on March the 24th, Beale returned to her home. He poured gasoline throughout the house and set it on fire. Prince, the dog Czavier had tried to save, was still inside. The house burned to the ground. When firefighters arrived at the home on Ballarat Drive, there was nothing left to save. Chavier's body was found inside, and the cause of death was confirmed as a gunshot wound to the head.
Did you shoot your girlfriend and burn her house down?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Why?
So in the beginning, everything was good. Like our life was good. But the whole reason they kind of switched it up was like a week ago when one of her parents tried to get involved in our relationship and tried to turn her away from me or like ask about me and how I provide for her when I was providing very well. And it just made her like start to act different. I had been there with her for almost 15 months, 16 months. And they had never like came to check on her. I only seen them come to check on her like twice out of like almost a year and a half. And I had been there for her emotionally, physically, and spiritually, but it was like when she tried to move on to the next chapter in her life, when her mom asked, like, how would he provide? Now that you about to get a good job, how would he provide? I was getting ready to launch a business. I didn't just up and just wake up and do this. I didn't up and just wake up and do this.
Had y'all had problems before?
We had no problems at all. This was a buildup of just us taking a whole week. We had been in the house together for almost a year trying to get our business plans together. We had done figured out a workout plan, a dieting plan, a financing plan. We had everything laid out.
So you snapped.
I even helped her get her business launched and sat there with her while she was trying to get her business put together when she had to actually run a church, go to college, take care of herself from when she was sick, and also make sure that her parents was good. So at that time, I was helping her hold all the weight.
So at what point did you have a breaking point that led you to doing what you say you did as far as killing her? What was the moment that led to that?
I had the breaking point when her mom kept calling and she was crying like, so what is he gonna do? Like, I'm sorry, like you messing with her head now. I'm in here trying to build a foundation with her and y'all over this side. So when she was getting ready to start her new job, it was like her attitude started to switch because she listening to them, but they don't know she was crying and on the floor and everything before she even talked to them. So now I'm trying to build a foundation over here with her. Y'all trying to come over here and build, but y'all never coming over. Y'all never actually putting in, and she's never telling y'all what I'm actually doing for her, so it make it seem like I'm not providing at all.
So it sounds like you were saying parents, so why did you take down
Because her attitude started to come out because of so much was going on. Her attitude started to lash out, but then also had things I was dealing with at the time too. It's not just one thing you're dealing with when you just snap. It's not that. It's other things in life I was dealing with. I was wearing a sex charge that I had no involvement with, but my family told me to wear it just because I pleaded guilty to come home. But they didn't want me to clear my name or to face the person so I can clear my name. They wanted me to wear it. So I was also dealing with that, and I had just found out that I was cleared. I had just took a polygraph and I was cleared. So I was on probation for about 4 years, and out of the 4 years I was on probation never came in the house. But for some reason, they reset my probation after I took the polygraph, after knowing that I didn't do the sex crime. They reset it like I just came home after 4 years. So now they put me back on the high. I was on the low. I was getting ready to get off of probation. I was good. But that Friday she called and was like, hey, I need to come to the house and I need to see where you at. I need to see what the room looked like. I said, look, you ain't been in my house in 4 years. Nobody's been in my house out of like 6 probation officers in like 4 years. Why are you putting pressure on me now? And it's like 1 o'clock. You didn't tell me you was coming or anything. So telling me it's protocol, I have to do my job. This is what I'm supposed to do. I said, look, man, I already got enough stress going on right now. Me and Shorty over here trying to keep things level. I finally talked with her. She was like, she ready to go back to work. But honestly, she didn't want to go to work because she didn't want to leave me. But I said, go ahead and go to work. But her mom on this end was putting pressure on her and making her cry and break down.
So then tell me what happened. You had a gun. Where'd you shoot her?
I shot her in the head.
And then you said,
But I didn't just do that. She told me I put a dog inside of the room. I put a dog inside of the room. And I had it snapped already. I was saying red. So when I put a dog in the room, I was about to set the dog on fire. And she told me, she said, no, don't do nothing to the dog. You can take me and do whatever you want to do to me instead and let him live. So I did that. I did exactly that because she started making a lot of noise. I did exactly that.
do you have remorse for killing your girlfriend?
I mean, when you snap, you don't think about remorse. You just snap. So, I mean, do you have remorse if you ever tell a lie? Do you have remorse if you ever look somebody in the face and told a bold lie, or you had a question but you knew the answer but you just want to see what somebody's going to tell you? Do you have remorse when you feel, when you look in the mirror and you know this is not the right way to go out, but you still go out like that? Like how many times in your life do you feel like you have remorse?
So after you shoot her in the head,
And the reason why it made me set the house on fire was because even watching the cameras, just like I told you, when her mom tried to get involved, when you try to get involved in somebody's relationship or you speak on the person that they with, I watch you on camera come check on her. You didn't even come and knock on the door. You just called her phone, but you didn't come in. She was dead since Tuesday. You came to the house on Wednesday. I was texting you on her phone. You knew something was right, but you still had a key and you still didn't come in and check on her.
So you killed her Tuesday, set her house on fire on Thursday?
Exactly. But they came on Wednesday and she came on Wednesday, never came inside the house. She just parked in front of the house. So that's what made me fight. That's what made me fiery mad. Like, yo, y'all, like, this is what escalates when you jump in front of somebody's relationship and you act like you want to be there, but you came all the way to the house from Suffolk, Chesapeake, borderline. You drove all the way from there and you just parked in front of the house and you just drove off. If you had opened up the door, you would have realized that the house wouldn't be on fire.
But the violence didn't stop there. Roughly 12 hours after killing Czavier, Beale drove to the home of 73-year-old Clifton Baxter in Virginia Beach. Baxter had raised Beale for most of his life and served as a father figure. Beale shot him in the head, stole approximately $20,000 from his safe, and left his body behind.
When did you kill Mr. Baxter?
He was dead on Wednesday.
You killed Mr. Baxter on Wednesday?
Yeah, he was dead on Wednesday.
So, tell me this. What, before we get into that, what's your relationship with Mr. Baxter?
He basically raised me. He basically like raised me. Like I was raised with him for like 15 years, but at the same time, when I needed him the most, he wasn't there. So at the same time, when I needed this and that, just something to get on my feet, he tell me he ain't had nothing. But when I killed him, I found like $20,000. So this whole time, if you had gave me $1,000, I would have been good, just to make it back.
Did you take the 20 grand?
Yes, I took. Anybody would take the 20 grand. If you hit the lotto, you gonna take the 20 grand, right? I'm just asking. I mean, you ask a question, I'm gonna ask questions too. Anybody can take 20 grand if they see it and ain't nobody gonna stop them.
So you said that you killed Mr. Baxter on Wednesday. So you killed your girlfriend Tuesday. Then you went to Mr. Baxter. So were you already thinking to go there and harm him, or did you go there, told him about what happened, and then so what led to you killing Mr. Baxter on Wednesday and after you killed your girlfriend?
Say that again.
What led you to kill Mr. Baxter? What happened?
It was just so much hate I had for him because when I was growing up, he was there, but then he just stepped out of my life. So when I finally tried to like make that bond with him, he act like he wanted to help. He was there, but then he wasn't there like I needed him. And even though I tell you in distress what I need, you tell me you don't have it, and I end up killing you, and now I find out you had everything I needed. I didn't need 20 grand. I probably needed like 1,000 just to get myself situated. But when I kill you, when I find you got 20 grand, you've been lying to me this whole time. Like, don't nobody like to be lied to, so yes, I snapped.
Still unsatisfied, Beale then travelled to Norfolk to see his cousin, 32-year-old Downing McLean. According to Beale, his cousin laughed when he confessed to the killings. The situation spiraled. An argument followed. Beale shot McLean in the head and then again in the back, killing him. 3 people were dead in just 4 days. After the murders, Beale kidnapped McLean's girlfriend and fled to Hampton, Virginia, where he rented an Airbnb.
So at the same time, he had seen both bodies. My cousin had seen both bodies, but he laughed at him. He made it seem like it was a joke. To me, it was something like, okay, I didn't want to do it, but I did it because I was snapping. So in the midst of everything, I was supposed to take care of some things with him for some people that wanted to kill him. So I already done snapped. So I'm like, I'm ready to put in some work. I'm ready to go take care of some people that trying to take care of you before I get killed. So in the midst of doing that, he's snapping on everybody that's around us. I'm in here trying to help save you because I already done snapped. My life gone. You laughing and joking and talking stuff and like yelling and everything and you out of control, drinking, whatever. So I tell you to calm down because I already killed 2 people. So I'm already seeing red. You still talking to me, harassing me, whatever it is. I said, let me find people who wanted to kill you. For some reason, you can't find them, but they can find you. So if they find you and I'm with you, they gonna kill me too, right? So I said, eventually, you gonna have to shut up talking like that. You talking crazy. So nothing went down. He started making a scene. I told him to calm down. Instead, started talking reckless at the mouth. I told him calm down. Then he tried to put his hands on he just tried to charge and put his hands on his girlfriend. So at the same time, I was like, look, I had to break that up. I'm like, I'm over here to kill somebody for you that want to kill you. But you in here trying to fight your girlfriend and you worry about stuff that don't even matter to me. I just killed 2 people. And it should have been on Thursday.
Where was it?
At where he was staying at. Yeah.
You got fed up with them.
I got fed up with him because he kept talking like you not about this, you not gonna do nothing. Like, bro, I just killed 2 people. You don't think I'm ready to shoot again? So he just kept going off and started getting loud and raging. So I went right in the kitchen and shot him right in the head. He didn't drop. He just kept moving in circles. Then I shot him in the back to make sure he hit the ground. I don't feel no remorse about none of this at all. When you snap, you don't think about remorse. That's not something that comes to your mind when you snapping. It's like if you pissed off, if your man cheated on you and you knew something and he ain't say nothing and you find out, what you gonna do? You gonna talk nice? You gonna think about it? No, you gonna snap.
While police launched a massive manhunt across Hampton Roads, Beale watched news coverage of his own crimes on television. A $10,000 reward was issued for information leading to his arrest. On March the 30th, 2022, at approximately 11:55 p.m., a SWAT team apprehended Beale in the Buckrow area of Hampton. He was taken into custody without incident. What followed was almost as disturbing as the crimes themselves. Beale gave multiple interviews, openly admitting to the murders. He expressed no remorse. He blamed Chavier's family, the justice system, and anyone but himself. When asked if he wanted to apologize, he said no. He stated that what was done, and that he was ready for the electric chair. During the trial, prosecutors presented overwhelming evidence, including surveillance footage showing Beale returning to Chavier's home with a gas can before setting it on fire. Ring camera footage captured the argument prior to her death. The jury heard everything. Beale was convicted on all counts. 2 counts of aggravated murder, 2 counts of arson, abduction, torturing an animal to death, multiple firearm offenses. He will spend the rest of his life in prison.
Why would you want to kill as many people as possible? Have you ever had violent thoughts before?
No, I was just to the point where I already knew after the first one, it was a wrap. You know what I mean? I had enough ammo to kill a lot of more people. But, you know what I mean, I guess it's thankful that the U.S. Marshals got me through whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because I definitely was about to get out the next day and do something.
What kind of punishment do you think you should receive?
Well, I want the electric chair because I'm ready to leave on. I'm ready to move on. That's it. You know what I mean? It's over with. I love my family. I love my kids. I love my business. You know what I mean? Of course, my girlfriend. Everything is gone. So the electric chair would be the best thing for me.
Would you like to apologize?
Nah.
Why?
Because what's done is done. I ain't going to have no remorse. They ain't going to have no remorse. So, I mean, I'm going to keep it just like I sent it. I did everything individually for a different reason.
I know earlier you said you had 20 guns. We're curious where you got those 20 guns.
Well, I thought I shot my pops in the head. I thought I shot my stepdad in the head. You know what I mean? They was all scattered through the house.
20 guns?
Yeah, about 20 guns and about $20,000.
Okay. And, earlier you said you don't feel remorse. Why don't you?
Nah, for what? I mean, I'm about to, you know what I mean? I'm not living no more. I'm just here. I'm just in jail right now. Had I just got into a shootout with the U.S. Marshals, I would have been dead or still on the run if they ain't finished me. So I wouldn't even be sitting right here in front of you. I just sit right here in front of you because the house that was next to me in the Airbnb had 2 little boys in it and a family, and I knew they was in the house, so I knew if I came out shooting, it was a chance they could have got killed. I ain't want my kids to get killed, so I ain't even come out shooting. I let the shorty go, and I just walked out. I mean, I ain't even do it. I could have shot it out to the death, but it ain't matter.
And you talked to the media. This is the second time today you talked to the media. Why are you talking to us?
Because at the end of the day, this is my last time. This is our last time hearing my voice. After that, I mean, it's over with.
Cola, what were you doing when you were arrested?
I was asleep. I had just took a shower and I was asleep. I was playing some music. I just lay down, went to sleep, and I heard this big truck come up. It was like an army truck come up. Every time I looked out the window, they kept saying left, right, left, right. I knew it was done.
Did you want to get caught?
Hell no. And when you on the run, that's the whole point, not to get caught. I mean, keep doing as much damage as you can do and keep staying on the run. I mean, who goes on the run and want to get caught?
Did you plan to kill others? And if so, was it, anybody specific or just?
I mean, I had a few people in mind, but I mean, I can't get to them now. You know what I'm saying? And it was just people who did me wrong, people who did like crazy shit, like people that deserve that shit. You know what I mean? That ain't see it coming, but it's, I mean, too late to speak about that now.
When you say that they deserved it, how did they wrong you?
Well, I mean, I had my own reasons.
Cola, have you committed other crimes that law enforcement is not aware of?
Nah.
And in earlier interviews, you said you snapped, and that's when this whole thing started. What made you snap?
So what made me snap was, it was like I was to the point where I had so much stuff was going on between me, probation, everything. Like the probation really made me snap because they reset my probation after 2 years and I ain't did shit wrong. And then they found out I wasn't even guilty of a sex charge that I was wearing for 4 years. And when they didn't want to fix it, they made me wear the shit. Even after I took a polygraph, after I took the polygraph, they found out the sex charge was some bullshit. And they still said I had to go through the process of the sex offender program, the class, but they probation officers didn't do their job. So they reset my probation for a low when I won't really have to see my probation officer for like every 3 months to every day, two house visits, to me showing up to the office once a month. Like I had to reset my whole life again. Like I just came home, so I figured, hey, you know what I mean? If y'all gonna keep putting this pressure on me for some shit I ain't doing, I might as well be doing some shit and y'all can hear me.
So why kill your girlfriend?
So that was another reason. That was a whole nother reason. I told you each person had a different reason why I did it. It won't just like I just woke up and said I'm gonna kill my girlfriend. It won't like that. You know what I mean? It was the outsiders. It was her mom who was trying to like orchestrate her and moving away from me when I had been there for her daughter the whole time while I wasn't nobody around. I had been staying there at the house with her for almost 2 years. I ain't seen them but 2 times come to the house. So she didn't even want to start a new job. She asked me if I was cool with her starting a new job. I was like, yeah, why not? I was about to start my business. But it comes to her mom, like she asked her just like this. She said, well, what about him? He ain't working, but he providing for himself, but what about him? What he gonna do? So it started messing with her. She started breaking down, crying, all that other stuff. And now I'm in there taking care of her because her mom called her crying about that. So, and what really pissed me off was I had killed her on Tuesday when we got into it. So her mom pulled up to the house on Wednesday. I had her phone. I'm texting her mom back and forth like I'm hurt. And she knew something was wrong. But remember, I told you I ain't seen her twice in the whole almost 2 years come to the house. So her mom drives to the house. I'm watching you on camera pull up. You drove all the way about 30 minutes to the house from Suffolk to see if she was okay. You had a key to the house. You did not go in the house to see if she was okay. So that already told me you really ain't care, but you cared enough to say something to her about me, to fuck up what we had going on. So now I was like, fuck it, that pissed me off even more. So I was like, look, I'm gonna set that shit on fire. I don't even care. Because you didn't even care to open up the door to see if she was all right. She been in there. So that's when I went back and did that. Set that on fire, set the car on fire. You know what I mean? I even ran through the fire trying to get out. I almost got locked into the fire.
Well, you killed 3 people. In 2014, your dad killed your stepmom. Why do you think your dad killed your stepmom?
I was locked up at the time when he did it. She was writing me all the time. She had wrote me in a letter, and at the end of the letter, she told me she knew she was about to go.
Why?
She said she felt it. She felt like she wasn't gonna be here no longer. She felt like it was almost close to the end. And that kind of hurt me, kind of like, damn, that was the only one really writing me when I was gone. Yeah, and for him to do that, that was like another crushing, that was like another pain. I didn't know what he felt. But, you know what I mean, I tried to stay in contact with him, but when I came home, I just cut him off. And right before I started to try to get back in contact with him, that's when this happened.
A minute ago when you were answering one of my colleagues' questions, you said you snapped. I think that's kind of what started all of this. Do you feel right now you're in sound mind talking to us right now?
To be in a sound mind right now is not even, nah. Cause all I'm doing right now, I keep seeing flashbacks of everything, like everything when I did it and everything people were saying to me before they left. Like I'm still visualizing that now. It's playing back like it's on repeat right now in my head, and all I'm seeing is red. All I see is fire. I don't see no green. I don't see no colors right now. All I see is red. I can see red all over your face right now. I don't see nothing. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, I'm just here right now.
And even as you're seeing these flashbacks, no remorse for what you did.
Nah, because what's done is done. I ain't gonna cry about it. I gotta move through it now until they put me in a chair. However fast that take.
And then earlier today, you mentioned the dog. Just to clarify, did you kill the dog or did the dog die in the fire?
The dog died in the fire, but I let the dog live because that's what she told me to do. She said, look, don't hurt him. I mean, I was gonna set him on fire. She said, don't hurt him. He had nothing to do with this. This is all my fault. This is me. She said it was her fault because she let her mom come in and kind of mess with her head. I said, look, man, don't you? I said, so that's how you feel. She was like, look, whatever you gonna do to him, do it to me. So that's when I shot her in the head.
Do you have an attorney at this point?
I probably don't need one. If anyone represent me, cool, but if they don't, it don't even matter. It don't even matter to me right now. I know I ain't gonna see the light of day again. So when you know you ain't gonna see the light of day, your family, nothing, you ain't gonna see no money, no nothing. What do you care about seeing people for that? I done lived my life. This is it. All y'all I'm seeing right now, this is my last time I see y'all unless I see y'all on TV.
So you're satisfied with your fate?
I'm already reaching my fate right now. That's why I'm talking to y'all.
What was the message you were trying to send whenever you killed your girlfriend?
You said what was the what?
What was the message you were trying to send when you killed your girlfriend?
The message? It wasn't really a message. I snapped. And when she told me take her and do whatever to her instead of the dog, that let me know right there you was already ready. She already was ready. She was ready to go. Like she went out fight. She was ready to go. She was like, nah, I'll take that. So I left the dog alive, but then I came back to the house and set it on fire, and then I watched the dog burn alive.
And now you keep saying that you were angry with her family. When these problems came up, did you and your girlfriend talk about?
We spent the whole week talking. We spent the whole week talking about her starting her job and everything. And she cried because she had been in the house with me for a year. This week we helping each other launch our businesses. Know what I mean, get our credit, everything straight. We had everything level, but it was the outsiders coming in, fucking it up for her and putting her in this mode. And I couldn't stop it because they had her. I didn't. And it wasn't her dad, it was her mom. Her dad was cool. He didn't say much. It was her mom that got in her head because she kept questioning to the point she broke down like 3 times crying about it. Because we had just got through it of us like separating, she going to work, I'ma still be at home, but then I'm about to launch my business. Like, it was like, we was good. We had finally got in the comfort zone. We was just getting stuff prepared for the house. I was getting her stuff prepared for her office when she get her desk or her new job. But that ain't work. It ain't work.
Do you feel sad that the life that you and her had planned is not going to happen?
Yeah, I feel sad every time I think about it because I be trying to reset it to see like how I could have stopped it, but I just get stuck with everything else that happened after that.
You said you were upset when you found out that your dad killed your stepmom. You had a good relationship with your stepmom. You haven't spoken with your dad, but you did the same thing as your dad. You killed your loved ones, people who care about you.
So what was the question?
What do you think about that? That you did the same thing as your dad?
I tried to keep from following in his footsteps, but for some reason, when I snapped, it was so much going on, and at the time, I wasn't seeing nothing else but red. It was just so much. It was so much I was dealing with from left and right, and I got tired, man. I got real tired, and when I had people outside orchestrating on my relationship when we was good, it was like I couldn't win. I couldn't win at all. You can't have a relationship with somebody on the outside controlling it at the same time when this is what you want and that's what they want. And that's what we talked about for a whole week. And for some reason, if you don't like me and I'm with somebody that's your family, you don't have to deal with me. You don't have to talk with me. But that wasn't how it was presented in the beginning. So in the end, when we finally made it through and she was about to get her job, we thought we was good. But that question came up.
Are you satisfied with that? Are you at peace with that? That you became the same person your father was?
Nah, hell no. Because now I got a son that I got a son now that I probably won't be able to talk to anymore. Or if his mom is cool or however it goes, however their life goes behind my actions, I just hope that he can break it. That's why I ain't give him my last name. That's why I ain't give him my name. He 3. That's why I ain't give him my name, so he ain't got to worry about living with this name.
Going back to your girlfriend, had you ever hurt her before this instance?
Never,
Never hit her?
never did that.
If not for you snapping and killing your girlfriend, would you have killed, or do you think that you would have killed your father figure, Mr. Baxter, as well as your cousin?
Nah.
So she was what led to the whole.
She was one of the only people that really could like keep me level. Like she was there. She was cool. You feel me? So after I had did that, it was like she was the only one that could like keep me sane from all the crazy stuff that was going on around me. So when she was gone, I felt like my whole world was gone. But after I had snapped, that was it.
Is there anything else you want to add?
Is there anything else I want to add?
Yeah, anything else?
I just want my family to know if I don't talk to him ever again that, I mean, I know y'all feel some type of way about it, but I have no remorse about it. I mean, I tried calling, but I have no remorse about it. I did not just kill my cousin just to kill him. I was out there to help him kill some people that wanted to kill him. But instead of doing that, he put my life in jeopardy, and now he ended up getting killed by me because he wanted to move in circles and scream and try to beat on his girlfriend and all that in front of me. And I was in the house with him for at least, 48 hours. And for him to even go off and keep going off, and I told him I just killed 2 people, and you seen both of the bodies, and you laughed at him. Yes, I'm angry. Yes, I ain't trying to hear it. So yes, I blacked out on him. I told him, look, stop, calm down. Whole bunch of yelling, he raging. So I said, all right, bet. So when I went in the kitchen, I just headshot him, and then he ain't dropped, so I shot him in the back. So just for that, I mean, the family knew it. So all I can say is I hope and I hope that my son be better than me, and I mean he ain't got to worry about having a name, but be stronger than me and do better and make sure he take care of his family. At least he got a chance.
Cola, do you have anything that you would like to say specifically to your son? Whether it be to try not to fall in the same.
Yeah, I have a lot to say. So even a week before this happened, I left a video recording in his tablet at his grandma's house. So if something ever happened to me, he can listen to it. And it was just kind of like building him up, kind of like talking to him as if I was gone already. Like for some reason, it felt like I was leaving like I was about to leave the world anyway. So I had already left him like a farewell message way before I felt all this. And it was wild because now this happened. I didn't see this happening. But I recorded a video in his tablet, so if he ever see it getting older, he'll know what I meant for him. So I mean, if I were to say something to him now, I'd say continue to be strong, pay attention, be the best he could be. You know what I mean, be there, protect his mom, take care of his grandma while he here. You know what I mean, listen to his mom, and for whatever else he could do, stay active and like something that can keep his mind focused on what he want to do. You know what I mean, and I love him. You know what I'm saying? And my daughter as well. She should be 13.
Czavi'er Hill, Clifton Baxter, and Downing McLean will never get their lives back. Their families will carry this pain forever. This case is a reminder that when people show you who they are through their actions, their history, and their choices, you must believe them. Love does not erase violence. Faith does not cancel danger. And potential does not outweigh reality. Rest in peace, Czavi'er Hill. Your story matters. Your life mattered. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please like, subscribe, and share the video for more true crime coverage and updates. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next case.